I wasn't expecting to get that from Progreda, but it really boosts my confidence as a businesswoman.
I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom.
All right, Monique, thank you for joining us for our Preventa podcast, where we're showcasing our amazing entrepreneurs and their successes using our platform. Do you mind, introducing yourself and giving us your story on your business?
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm Monique Holmes. I am a health coach, a group fitness instructor, author, motivational speaker, and I own a fitness company. It's called Slave Body Fitness. So I started the company as a result of my own personal health and emotional struggles. I lost both my parents to cancer, and then I suffered from my own health issues as a result of the stress from that. However, I overcame my struggles over time, and I was able to create a course or create effective strategies to help others who struggle with their weight loss. Because the fact is that many have to release the weight of their past traumas. Oftentimes, I believe that weight gain and disease is a physiological response to stress and or traumatic events that have not been dealt with. Therefore, I designed a course to help implement these strategies in the lives of busy professionals, moms, dads, and all those who struggle with the time to create new healthy habits in their lives.
I mean, what you're doing is really great. Wow, I didn't know that was your story. I mean, it's amazing that you've turned, something that could have, really hurt you in the long run to something beautiful and, and trying to help others. I know what you mean. I am very guilty of being an emotional eater. So something I'm working on too, but I know I'm not the only one. I know it's something, a lot of people struggle. So that's really great that that's what your focus and your aim is. So what attracted you to Progretta?
Really just hearing about the automation that something could help me and my business with all these tasks. I felt like all these little tasks was taking up the time that I needed to coach actual clients. So as soon as I heard about it, I said, I need to know more.
And what has been your experience with Progretta so far? How was your onboarding experience?
Oh, my onboarding experience was great because I did it with you, which was amazing. It was a chance for me to find out, even though I knew a lot about Progreda, there was so much more that I did not know. And to actually have someone to sit with you and walk through the different steps, and I felt empowered to be able to use that technology. I think a lot of times we fear technology because we just don't know how to use it and we get confused and we just give up. So it was an awesome experience to have someone to help me and walk through that process.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. So far on Progretta, what is a feature that you find yourself using the most?
The most, I really like the automated text and email reminders because they have helped with my client success rate, meaning that they show up for class, that they show up for the appointment, that they didn't forget. So the reminders help me a lot. It's hard for me to choose which one I like the most.
I know meeting with a lot of clients, it feels that, it's really hard to get people to show up even if they book the appointment. Uh, but I'm glad that the appointment reminder has really helped you. What has been your experience using the funnels on our platform?
The funnels are great. I use the funnels mostly to create my landing page. That's where clients can go. They can register for the class. They can find out more information about me. They can put their information in. And so I can already have that data and they can complete a payment just going down that funnel. And I never have to do anything. until that process is complete. So it's been great.
Did you have experience with, creating funnels before?
No, I did not. Well,
Okay.
first experience.
And how do you rate that for someone who's coming in and they're like, they don't really know what a funnel is? How was your experience creating that?
Oh, super easy actually. Very user friendly. I think it would have been daunting to try to figure it out on my own, but once you have, I use the help feature a lot. And once you have the guidance and the support to do it, it makes it much easier.
For those who don't know, do you mind explaining more what the help feature is?
The help feature, I guess, it's the question mark. That on the site, there's a question mark that is the help feature. And I just click on it, and whatever issue I'm having or whatever I think I'm trying to create, I search in that search box and I can find the information or the guide to walk me through the process of setting up that application, that form, or whatever I'm trying to complete.
Yeah, I know it's very extensive. It's really good. Like, it's the best search forum I've honestly ever worked with. And then I don't know if you're aware because we just added this not too long ago. You now have a chat widget with live support, and you can also create a ticket. When you can't sit there and troubleshoot, you can just write it down your issue and send it off all right there. And then
I
you
can see
just
that.
yeah, it's amazing. It can really help you through a lot. It can even help you through making automations as well. And speaking of automations, what has been your experience with the automations in their platform?
I absolutely love the automations. One of the new things that I've implemented in my business is that Instagram and Facebook direct messaging that actually can answer some of those questions that potential clients or clients may have about, particularly for me, I had an event that I was producing. So many people have many questions or wanted to know more about the event. They were able to just go into my chat and ask their question, and the automated, I think it's called a widget or something like that. I just know it was automatic message that went out to that person and gave them immediate feedback, something I wasn't able to do, because I was maybe not available in that moment.
That's great. Yeah. I know a lot of clients are missed, because you can't always be there. Because a lot of clients they're hitting you up within the 5 minutes of their lunch break or the 2 minutes it takes them to walk into work. But that's something really great Progreda does. It allows you to automate conversations so you're not having to be behind your phone just answering the same ones. But how did that go? How that event go for you?
The event was a major success. Um, I was able to get I think using the scheduled posting for social media, um, using the landing pages that I created in Progreda. I mean, it really helped get the word out about the event. I was able to not only get guests to come, but I also had vendors at this event. I had speakers at this event and instructors at this event, and I was able to automate the process of handling all the different vendors coming to the event as well as the guests coming to the event. So it was a huge success.
That's awesome. That's really great to hear. And I know, as a business owner, your your time is like everywhere. So you really want to look for those things that are a little more efficient. So with the social media planner tool, again, what have you done on there, or how has that helped?
That has helped tremendously, because I
Writing
oftentimes
or on there?
um, I oftentimes forget to post, or I forget to post my social media posts at the time that's recommended because there's some analytics in there with the recommended time to post. And I don't always know what that is, but the pre-scheduling of the post in Progredic helps me to make sure that I'm constantly marketing, I'm constantly engaging with my audience, and it's just been really great and a time saver.
That's great to hear. Do you have any upcoming events or any upcoming plans with your business right now?
I do. I actually created, I spoke before about the course that I created. And this course is in a book at the current time, but I'm in the process of developing the e-course inside of the Progreda application. So I'm looking forward to that.
And I don't know if you've started already developing it, but if you have, how has that process been going so far?
I haven't started yet. I'm going to start soon.
No problem. Just wanted to know. I know, that's another feature Preventa does is allows you to host your own courses on there. Um, Progretta, I guess, what was your first impression of Progretta? And now that you've used it, has that changed?
My first one, I first thought that it was overwhelming and I wouldn't be able to be successful, especially on my own. I thought I have to hire someone to do this for me, but that's not something I can afford at this time. So I thought, well, at least try to figure it out. And I've been able to do so many things on my own that um before having this application, I didn't even know it was possible.
Is what surprised yourself? Like what after using the platform, how did you surprise yourself using it?
Uh, I see all the time that people have beautiful ebooks and beautiful landing pages, and I just look like, wow, how do they do that? And then I created my own, and that really surprised me, and I was really proud of myself, and it just boosts my confidence about who I am and the different things that I can accomplish, which I wasn't expecting to get that from Progretta, but it really boosts my confidence as a businesswoman. I actually feel like I have a platform that is professional, that is responsive, and, I've been able to create that with the help of credit.
We love a confidence boost. So I'm really glad that Preventa, gave you that. I know it is a very overwhelming platform at first. Like I've been overwhelmed by it before, but I feel like once you get over that learning curve, how long do you think it took you to kind of grasp it a little better?
I would say it took me a while. It took me about a year, because I was intimidated by it at first. I was procrastinating, which is another sign of fear, and I put it off, and I finally had my onboarding, and I think that helped me to see the bigger picture, and that helped me push myself a little harder. So after my onboarding, it just took maybe a couple months.
Well, I'm really glad that you stuck through it. And I'm really glad that you didn't give up. So that's amazing. What's some advice that you have for other entrepreneurs who are looking into getting a CRM who are, thinking about having that extra cost? Because I know when you're first starting, like cost is important.
Cost is very important, and I would encourage them to look at the amount of time that they are spending doing tasks that could be automated, and maybe they don't know. And I say at least check it out, get as much information as you can, and really research the different things that this tool or can bring value to your business or your organization, and weigh the cost of the time that you're spending doing these tasks that can be automated, and therefore you can justify any costs associated with your CRM.
That's a beautiful answer. Yeah. I don't know if you worked with Lori. She also works for the company, and she also put that perspective into my mind. She was like about certain things that she had. She's like, once I think about the time that it cut me down, I'm like, great, that's worth what I'm paying for. And that really got me thinking. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Because I know there's some items where I'm like, I don't know about paying for that. But then you look at the time you save, and you're like, actually, my time is valuable, right? I think that's something as business owners you kind of have to learn is that your time is valuable, so you have to really invest in where your time goes. There you go. I think we hit a little stop, but it's okay. But yeah, so finding that time, our time is valuable, so that's really great. From when you first started, not when you first, but before you actually started using Progreda more, have you noticed a difference in your business?
Absolutely. I've been able to use my Zumba classes as a lead generator to collect contact information so that I can keep my clients up to date with any changes, information that's going on with my business. That has been excellent. I've also noticed an increase in revenue since I've been using Progreda. My business is tracking to have its first profitable year ever. So I've been experiencing success with it.
Oh, that's amazing. We love to hear that. We love to hear that we're entering our profit phase. Um, I know it's, when you do a business, it takes time and it's sometimes you get discouraged. So it's really amazing to hear that. Can you talk about more how you use your Zumba class as a lead generator?
And well, once they come and to register for the Zumba classes, now I collect their name, their email, their phone number, and Progretta just captures all that information for me. And when I'm able to create email campaigns right inside of the software.
For those unfamiliar with email campaigns, do you mind elaborating on what you're creating as for that?
Oh, what I create for those are, I don't know how to explain it technically, but just creating um, a campaign, whether it's new classes that I'm offering, my ebooks that I'm offering, my course that I'm going to offer, and I could create a campaign for each one of those events and have the emails automatically sent to all those in my. Did I explain it right?
I think you did. I think it was explained well. Um, so do you use the two-way texting feature in that program?
I don't know.
Okay, no problem. I know there's so many features.
Yeah, not yet. Well, I will.
That's the spirit. What is another feature that you find yourself using the most?
The features that I use the most are the ones that I talked about, the email reminders, the conversations and Facebook, Instagram, direct messaging, the automated social media posts. What else did I use?
Okay.
Uh,
Is there a feature that you want to use more that you've kind of been a little more scared on?
well, of course, I do want to create a course. That's my next big thing I want to tackle. Um, I've been able to go in there and create landing pages, of course, which I really love. Um, there's so much. There's so much that I want to do, and I know I've only touched the surface. So I'm just excited about continuing to build and discover all that's in there.
And what is your goal moving forward with Progreda within the next year?
My biggest goal in the next year is to um, generate more leads and create more awareness for my business. I think that the software is going to help me be seen and be heard. One of the biggest problems previously in my business, what I think it was, is that no one knew about. No one knew that I was here. No one knew that I existed, and I didn't know how to get the word out or how to tell people. How do I do that? And since I've been a part of this program with Progreda, because we also get our brand marketing summits that come along with it, I've been able to learn how to be seen, how to be heard. And it's, of course, that confidence boost encourages me to be seen and be heard and to put my business out. And it looks so good. It looks very professional. And that also gives me confidence. And I know I went off on a tangent.
I you tell
But
him, girl. But yeah, that's great. You gotta create visibility. Everything has shifted online. If you don't have a presence, it's like, how do you get the customer there? And that's super huge, is creating that visibility. So I'm really happy that our platform has given you that confidence in creating that visibility for yourself. So you can, spread your message and continue on this journey that you're going. But that's awesome. Um, and I guess what are your last few words on the platform that could either describe it or describe your experience or advice?
Uh, I think that my advice would be to not be afraid. A lot of the people that I speak with, they just have a fear. It's so bad. They have a fear of technology, of growth, of growing or having it too big or to be too much. But there are tools to help you grow and to be successful because the reason why you have your business and the reason why you operate in your purpose is because there are so many people for you to help, for you to reach. And in order to do that, you need the support and you need systems in place to help you get there. It's not that you can't do it, is that you need the proper system and support in place to help you get there.
That's lovely. It's beautiful. I know, um, doing great. I'm so excited for what the next year looks like for you. And I know your parents would be proud of of you trying to give back as well. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time and your story.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course.